What's your take on furnishing rooms? Do you furnish all these rooms? Do you not furnish the rooms? What do you do with that?
Yeah, so 100% furnish the common areas. I'm taking a play out of your playbook where I'm not sure if I'm going to do TVs in the common areas anymore because of you. So, and also that saves so much money. That's thousands, like a couple $1,000s that you save just by having no TVs and instead have board games or foster a sense of community in those areas. So I love that. But as far as the rooms themselves, I like to do a bare necessity as far as a bed that's comfortable and a nightstand and a lamp. So I like to be able to provide someone, because a lot of our people are coming from out of state and they're like, I have to buy a bed. I got to get this set up. Like, no, really just bring your suitcase, buy some sheets, buy a comforter. If you don't have that, ask me. I can provide that too. So I like to have it where someone's moving into our area. Phoenix is very, we call it transient, where it's a lot of people moving in and out. And so I like to provide a space where they don't have to go buy a bunch of stuff. So at least have the bare necessities. That's how we do it. And also for me, I always think like backwards. So let's say we don't have a co-living person that fits this house. And so we have a room open. Guess what? We can always just throw that on Airbnb. And so I always like to have a backup plan where it is available for a different demographic or a different tenant, depending on, where our market is.
So long-term lease is your go-to, but you could short-term it out if it has some furniture in it on Furnish Finder or Airbnb or something like that. That makes sense.
Exactly.
I like that strategy. So talk us through flexible. Yeah. And I think, man, that's a really great point. It's like any asset you buy, you should be thinking about worst case scenario, not dwelling. There's a difference between dwelling on worst case scenario and thinking about worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But I 100% think about that. I don't care if I'm buying co-live. I'm always thinking like, well, what could I do if I couldn't do the current strategy? Okay, so as long as I have at least one other backup option, then we're good. We're one or two other backup options, we're good.
Yeah.
Talk us through some of the numbers on these properties, man. I want people to understand kind of how you do it, how you run it, what do you charge? So maybe just talk us through like what you bought the homes for and then the numbers from the homes.
Yeah. So the first house was 10% down. It was during the time of the market where it was going nuts. So I had a little bit over asking, but still for I think it was a 6-bedroom, 6'4". For a 6'4", it was $400,000, which is
where is this?
This is Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix. Okay. That is a good deal. Let's freaking go. Crazy.
And that was at interest rates were, pretty low, 2s and 3s. And so I bought it then, and then appraisal came in. I think it was under $20,000. So I had to come up with an extra $20,000. Like I said, I just knew the conventional way. I didn't know about seller financing, sub 2, and all these new strategies that I'm learning now, which I'm like, damn, if I can only take advantage. So I'm excited about the future for those. But back then it was very conventional.